Hello and welcome to the 5-Minute Film Club. Wrong Turn is not really a reboot of the original franchise, but more a retooling. Original writer Alan McElroy again pens a story about a group of friends heading out into the Appalachian Mountains for a hike. When they decide to go off the beaten path, which they have been warned not to do by the locals, they run into a set of traps and either get captured or killed. In the original film, the people laying the traps were a group of, a family of inbred cannibals, but this time around, we're introduced to a group called the Foundation. The Foundation are a society who have seemingly been living off the grid since the start of the Civil War. They patrol and hunt the woods to keep their way of life secure from outsiders. Unfortunately for our 20-somethings, they aren't very generous to visitors. I said in my original review for the 2003 film that I wasn't particularly looking forward to this remake. When I sat down and watched the original, I realised it hadn't aged very well, but it has a big vocal fan base out there. And indeed, that original film somehow spawned 5 direct-to-DVD sequels. Now, I haven't seen them, so I can't review them. They might be amazing. After saying all that, then I'm surprised to report that actually the Wrong Turn reboot, whatever this film is, worked really quite well for me. From the start, I really got involved in the characters' lives and liked how diverse this group is. And the fact that they aren't just a bunch of dumb teenagers heading out to get slaughtered in the woods. They've got some brains between them, and it was interesting to see that play out when the Cat and Mouse games began with the Foundation. The lead actress, Charlotte Vega, I found very engaging and enjoyed her performance. All in all, the first hour of this film really did have me hooked. It was only when I nudged the remote and it came up with what time, this is a home movie streaming thing, but I saw that I was an hour and 15 minutes in and that I still had the best part of an hour left. And I thought, what? But surely the film has finished, the story's done at that point. The first hour really did hook me in. It was an interesting take on what had happened in that 2003 original, and then the last bit almost felt like this film's sequel. We kind of restarted again. The film starts with Matthew Modine's character Scott, who is the father of Jen, played by Charlotte Vega, and he's out in this West Virginian town looking for his daughter, and then we see Jen's story play out as a flashback. And so when he suddenly reappears, I was like, oh yeah, I completely forgotten that we had that bit of the story now. So it did take me out, that little jolt. But then, once back in, the film then delivered on another level for me. It was surprising and inventive, and the final shot, which the end credits play over, is phenomenal. It is a really strong ending to this film. Mike P. Nelson also directs this film with a great sense of style and really does build the suspense. The use of lighting and eerie world building of the forest is far and away better than what happens in that original. He is a director that understands the genre and delivers on the scare and the gore to keep everybody happy. Now, I say everybody is happy. The original Wrong Turn fans have made some comments online about this film and how they're upset that it is not continuing on the story from that original series and going its own way. And I kind of see where they're coming from. However, this film really worked for me. It really surprised me because I was going in expecting to see a film that I didn't enjoy the original version of, so I wasn't thinking that I would enjoy this. But actually, it took me off guard, and it has a fantastic final shot that is really powerful. And it makes me excited to think of other, well-established horror IPs out there just languishing, like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, although that is kind of tied up in a load of legal problems at the moment. But I feel like they're sitting there not being used when you can just give out those titles to new directors and say, what can you do with them? Don't be so beholden on the past. Use those titles, use those original ideas, and spin out something that you want to make. Do something different. Regardless of all that, I can't wait to see what Mike P. Nelson does next. And please let me know your thoughts about Wrong Turn in the comments down below. And you can watch my review of the original film. I'll post a little link in the corner somewhere. But until next time, I'll say thank you very much for watching this review. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!